going on, boys? It's your boy Max. We back in this. Today I want to talk about cheating. Cheating is not masculine. Too many guys got this shit misconstrued. They think that having a girlfriend and cheating on her, dogging women, playing women left and right, manipulating women is something that's player, right? I'm letting you know right now, that shit's not player. It's not player to lie to women just to get what you want. It's not player to manipulate women to a certain point where you're just like, you're not who you really are. That's not player. You know what's player? I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Player is knowing what you want. That could be a relationship. That could be having a rotation and accepting it. So if you want a girlfriend, you stay committed to her. You stay loyal to her, right? You make that decision as a man that, hey, this is the route I'm going. But for my guys that want rotations, that want to date multiple women at the same time, you have to be confident enough in your ability to be able to tell this woman straight up. Tell her, yo, I'm not trying to settle down right now. I'm exploring my options. I'm not ready to commit yet. I'm dating other women. You have to have that within you to be able to tell her straight up, yo, I'm seeing other women. And you have to be willing to accept whether or not she's gonna leave or she's gonna stay. You have to be okay with it. And let me tell you guys a little story, right? I've been a cheater almost all my life, right? I used to think cheating was cool. I used to think that, like in high school, everybody knew me as the fuck boy, right? Once I actually improved my looks, put on a little bit more weight because I used to be very skinny. Started off my journey around 125 pounds. Once I put on about 20 pounds, I was around 145. Improved my looks, started like dressing better, right? Wearing expensive clothes. I started to get a lot of attention from women in high school. And this was new to me because before then, I was getting rejected by women left and right. And so I was young, I was naive, and I didn't know what to do with all that attention from women. Because for the first time in my life, I had my pick, right? The hottest girls in school were going after me. Right? All the girls that the guys wanted were going after me at the same time. And I knew, hey, I only have about 2 years left of high school. Maybe I should, take advantage of it. And so I would talk to one girl, right? Act like I'm loyal to her. Act like I'm not talking to anybody else. And yet I would be talking to everybody else. And it's high school, so word gets around. And I started to be known as a fuckboy in high school, right? Just be known as a fuckboy. Everyone would be like, yeah, Max, he talks to like 5 chicks at the same time. He's playing you, girl. Oh, he's not loyal. And, to be honest, they were right. They were right. But it's crazy because when they said that about me, this actually made more women come my way. Because it was almost like social proof that, oh, he talks to 5 women at the same time. Oh, I want to see why do they like him, right? Why do they like him? And so they were calling me a fuckboy, and this was just getting me more women, right? More attention, right? And once again, I didn't know what to do with it, and I just kept cheating, right? Kept cheating. Now, with my last girlfriend that I had in high school. This was if you guys watched my friend zone story, this was that girl, right? Because I've been in a relationship with her for about a year and a half, the last year and a half of high school, right? And with her, I was already what you would call red pill aware, right? And I already started to have this mindset of like, okay, cheating is not really it. And yeah. And so I was in a relationship with her and I really tried to stay loyal, Like I really tried and I was doing so good. But then once again, I let my old identity reflect into who I was, and I let it shape me, and I cheated on her a few times. Right? Now, ever since that relationship, I've never cheated on a woman in my life. And after that relationship, I really had to do some self-reflecting. And I had to understand that, yo, that's not cool. Like, okay, maybe it was cool in high school, right? Oh, taking other guys' girls. Oh, I'm talking to 5 women at the same time. Oh, I'm cheating on my girl and she doesn't even know it. Yeah, okay, maybe it was considered cool in high school, but we're in the real world now. We're grown up, right? We're grown men. And so if you're a grown man and you think it's okay to cheat on your girl, you're a pussy. Straight like that. You're an NPC. You don't really have options like you think you do. Because if you had those options, you would exercise them in a different way. Number one, you wouldn't just commit yourself to a girl that you're not fully attracted to. Because when you're fully attracted to a girl and you know she's right for you, you could stay loyal to that girl. But the thing is, most guys, they're red pill aware. They know female nature, right? And so if you know female nature, you know how women are, you know that women are hypergamous, why even get in a relationship in the first place? Especially if it was someone that you don't trust, right? Because at that point, you're a red pill guy in a relationship, that's never gonna end up, that's never gonna be good, right? You're bound to cheat. Now you could go purple pill, and if you guys don't know what purple pill is, it's basically like guys who are aware of human nature, female nature, but they still want a relationship. So just go purple pill, right? And actually be loyal to the girl, right? But if you want to be, if what you know about female nature bothers you so much and you haven't met a girl that you really trust like that, right? Because like my viewpoint on this is that, yeah, every woman has the ability to cheat. Every woman has the ability to be hypergamous. But I'm sure there are a few very rare ones that just won't cheat. That, you know, really are like perfect in that sense, right? Like they've never cheated. They don't have, you know, ill intentions. None of that, right? I'm sure there's very few ones, but the majority of women do, right? The majority of women have that sort of nature within them. And so if I ever choose to go into a relationship with a woman, it's because I'm ready to commit to this woman because I know I can fully trust her. I know that I'm actually attracted to her. That's important too. If you're not fully attracted to your chick, if you're just kind of settling, right? Maybe she is loyal. Maybe she does have like all these green flags, but she's like a 6 or a 5 on the look scale. Then it's very likely that you will fold when you find a woman that's more attractive. And that's the thing, like loyal women, they're not rare, right? Loyal women are not rare. Okay? Women who have feminine qualities, nurturing qualities, respectful, you know, who haven't been modernized by Western society, they're not necessarily rare, right? You could find a 5 who's feminine, who cooks for you, cleans for you, who, you know, she's not westernized, right? I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. She's not westernized. You can find a 5 like that, but can you find an 8 like that? Can you find a 9 like that? That's the hard part, right? And so I'd much rather date multiple women if I choose to and be straightforward with them. If they ask for a relationship, if they ask me what are we, I'm gonna let them know straight up. Hey, I'm not ready to commit right now. I'm still seeing where this can go, right? I'm not fully ready to commit. If you have a problem with that, I completely understand if you don't want to do this, right? I completely understand if this is too much for you. But if you're okay with it and you're willing to, like, I don't let them see other guys, right? If I'm doing a rotation, if I'm taking you out on dates, if I'm smashing you, if I'm doing like these things for you, I'll give you everything, but I won't give you my commitment. But you gotta give me your commitment. Now, some guys, some people may think that's crazy. Hey, listen, I've done it before, right? And there are women out there who, if they really like you, if they're really interested in you, they will agree to that, right? They will agree to it. They'll be okay with it, right? Obviously, they'll get jealous. Obviously, it's not the perfect scenario for them, right? But they will agree to it, but only because of one thing, and that's because they respect the fact that you were straight up about it. Because most guys in that position, most guys with this mindset would lie to the woman. They would tell her, yeah, baby, it's only you. Whole time they're cheating, right? They would take them out on dates and everything like that. The woman would be, exclusive with that guy, but he wouldn't be exclusive with her and wouldn't tell her about it. And so they respect you so much more when you're just straight up with them, right? But you will never be able to be straight up with them if you're not in abundance, if you don't have multiple options, if you don't feel like you're the type of man that can attract a woman anytime, anywhere, in person, online, doesn't matter. You just won't. You'll always be in a scarcity mindset, and that's what's causing you to cheat. That's why I say cheating is for pussies. Cheating is for guys who can't get women. Simple as that, right? We're not in high school anymore. We're grown men, right? You shouldn't be cheating on your wife. If it's really that serious, just divorce her. You shouldn't be cheating on your girlfriend. If it's really that serious, just break up with her, right? But don't do this cheating shit. We're not little kids anymore, right? We're not. With my last rotation, this time last year, I had a rotation, 2 girls, right? 2 girls, not like 4 girls, right? The most I can do at a time is 2, right? It takes a lot more work than you think, right? Managing 2 girls, showing them both your time, your commitment, taking them out on dates, right? Spending time with them while still working on your purpose as a man, while still working a career, while still working out, taking care of yourself as a man. It takes time. You guys, everybody wants multiple girlfriends and multiple girls until they realize just how much time investment it takes, right? And that's part of why I actually cut that rotation off, right? Why I stopped doing it. But this time last year, I had 2 girl rotation, okay? 2 very feminine, very nurturing, very caring, very respectful women who I was attracted to. In fact, they were even religious, right? Not like super religious, but at one point they were actually more religious than me. And one of them actually inspired me to be more religious, right? To strengthen my relationship with God even more. She motivated me to do that, which I respect a lot. And so I'm saying this to say that these were 2 very feminine women, religious women, right? They came from good households, right? These weren't no trashy women, guys. And they knew that I was dating them both. They just said, hey, listen, when I'm with you, I don't want to hear about her, right? I don't want to talk about her, right? I don't want to see it come up, right? Use protection, things like that, right? I let them, hey, write down your boundaries, I'm gonna write down mine. And that's what we did. Now, of course, with these types of situations, they get jealous, guys. They get jealous, and especially me, I would post about, like, I would make content with other girls, and they got jealous. You understand? They got jealous, they caught feelings, fell in love, and that's just what it was with the game. But the entire time, even when they would give me ultimatums, I would let them know straight up, hey, listen, I completely understand if this is too much for you. Not everyone can do something like this. And if you don't want to do this anymore, here's the door. Straight like that. And every single time I tell them that, they'll be like, no, it's okay. No, it's okay, because they don't want to lose me. Because I built myself up to a man that they're willing to accept that, right? They're willing to accept me seeing another girl. Simple as that. And it forces them to compete, right? They know you're seeing another girl. They know that, okay, you're open to a commitment, which I was open to a commitment. But I had to see which one should I actually commit to? Because I know me. I don't want to commit to somebody if I know I'm not going to give them 100% of my commitment. If I know that I'm not even going to look no other girl's way. But a lot of you guys don't have that backbone because you haven't built yourself up to be that man yet. You haven't taken care of your physique, got in the best shape of your life. You haven't started eating clean, improving your testosterone. You haven't improved your presentation, the way you dress, the way you carry yourself, the way you groom yourself. You haven't done any of that. So of course, you get into relationships out of scarcity. Of course you cheat the first chance you get with a 4 or a 5 or a 6. I used to do all of that. But at one point as a man, you got to understand that, hey, listen, you build yourself up to be the type of man who's a catch, right? And I'm not a millionaire, guys, right? I'm nowhere near $1 million. You understand? Some guys think that, oh, who do you think you are, Andrew Tate? You know, I'm sure some people say that. You don't have to be Andrew Tate. You don't have to be, you know, you don't have to be Leonardo DiCaprio. You don't have to be Drake to have multiple girls, right? To have multiple girls who are okay with you having multiple girls. You don't have to do none of that. You just have to be a masculine man who has a masculine frame and who is honest about it. If you have those 3 things and they're highly attracted to you, any man can do it. You can do it, bro. You can have a rotation if that's what you want, right? But my page is not for guys who want to dog women. Like, quite frankly, if you want to dog women, if you have like that chip on your shoulder and you just want to get revenge on every single woman who broke your heart by dogging other women, by cheating on other women, this page is not for you. This channel is not for you, right? Because I talk about it all the time. I've gotten rejected in some of the worst ways. I've been played, I've been cheated on, right? And I still, yeah, sure, did I go through that rage for a few months? Actually, it was more for like, say for 1 year, I went through some serious rage where I did feel a little bitter. I did feel a little salty. I did start to look at like literally every woman in my life, like relationship, romantic interest or not, like even platonic women. I would look at them a little different and I'll be a little bitter, not gonna lie. But I had to accept the fact that, hey, listen, I could complain, keep being the man that I am now, the man who's unattractive, the man that's underweight, the man that's skinny fat, the man that doesn't take care of his looks, the man that no girl really wants. Or I could actually become the man that women are willing to go for, right? They're willing to make the exception for. My fault, boys. The video just cut off because my storage was full. But what I was saying is that I'm just here to let guys make the decision for themselves. Do you want a girlfriend that you can actually commit to and you don't have to cheat because you're in scarcity? Do you want a rotation? Do you want to date multiple women at once to see which one's the right fit for you? Or do you just want to date, get to know women more, increase your experience with women, and then go from there? That's all I'm here for. I'm just here to let guys get their fair share. Not guys who want to cheat on women, do them dirty, because that's NPC behavior. If you were really that guy who is in great shape, if you were really that guy who dresses well, who takes care of his looks, who doesn't have vices, who doesn't watch porn, who doesn't smoke weed, who doesn't drink alcohol, who has good masculine habits and routines every single day and is constantly on his purpose, you wouldn't have to manipulate women. You wouldn't have to run game, right? None of the shit that I talk about is a game, right? It's just your masculine frame as a whole, right? I wouldn't call that game. Game to me is kind of like just trying to be something you're not in hopes that the woman would accept you for that. But the best thing ever is when you can be exactly who you are and then the woman still accepts you. They still respect you. That's what it's all about. But you'll never get that self-respect if you're not the best version of yourself, if you're not constantly working towards that version of yourself, if you're not working on your physique, if you're not eating clean, if you're not increasing your testosterone, if you're not dressing well, if you're not kicking your bad habits, you will never actually have that self-respect. And so thus, the woman won't respect you either. They won't be willing to be in a relationship with you. They won't be willing to be in a rotation with you. Right? Simple like that. And so every single day you should be striving to be the most masculine, competent version of yourself. That's what it's all about. Right? Because there's no point of getting a woman who's a 4, right? Just because, what? Just because she's loyal, just because she's caring. Why not get the girl who's 8, who's loyal and caring, right? Why not get the girl that you're actually attracted to? Is it because you can't attract her? Because if you can't attract her, I'm gonna let you know exactly what to do right now. Get in the best shape of your life, lose that weight, get rid of the skinny fat, right? Put on some muscle, okay? Get into the best shape of your life. Start eating clean so you actually have energy, you have improved testosterone to go after the shit you want in life, right? So you can actually perform well at work. So you're actually in a good mood and you're not just this bitch. You don't have this bitchy attitude every single time she speaks to you. You just act like a bitch. You don't want to be like that, right? So start eating clean. Stop eating bullshit food that's going to lower your testosterone. It's going to make you into a literal woman, right? Stop doing all these bad habits. Smoking, drinking, escaping your life away. Killing your masculine frame. Because best believe, when she speaks to you and you fall into her frame, that's just a reflection of what you do when no one's watching, right? The standard that you hold yourself to. Because if you truly respected yourself, if you truly had good habits, you would not fall into her frame. You wouldn't, right? And you wouldn't feel like you need to cheat either, right? So kick those bad habits, implement new good habits, right? Start waking up early every single day. Start having a morning routine. Start your day off by enforcing your will. Start your day off with wins. Start your day off working on your physique. Start your day off with doing deep work for your business that you say you're going to do. When you do everything you say you're going to do, that's when you build up that masculine confidence with yourself. That's when you become the man that can have his pick. That woman wouldn't mind being in a rotation with. Women wouldn't mind sharing you with other women because they know that you're a catch. And like I just said, like, you don't have to be Drake. You don't have to be Andrew Tate. Right? You don't have to have $1 million mansion. You don't need to have $1 million whip. You don't need to have some sort of crazy status, right? All you need to do is to be the best version of yourself, right? And to be constantly striving for that, right? You're never actually going to be the best version, but you must constantly be striving to it, constantly striving to get better in all aspects. You can't just be content with having skinny fat, like having the skinny fat physique. You can't just be content with the way you're living right now, all right? You must always be striving for better. And only then, only once you understand that, that's when you get your pick. And so that's exactly what I did for myself, right? Got into the best shape of my life, kicked all my bad habits, used to smoke, used to drink, used to beat off, all these things. Kicked them all. Now I help other guys do the same, help them get in the best shape of their life, help them improve their presentation in person and online. because the masculine man can approach a woman in person, and he knows how to present himself in a way where women literally gravitate towards him just so he could get what he wants, right? That's what it's all about. And so if you want my help guiding you through the way, helping you get in the best shape of your life, helping you improve your looks, improve your face, right? Improve your style, improve your online presentation, how you present yourself online in your dating apps, help you kick your bad habits, help you establish systems and routines that will make you a more disciplined and capable man. And you guys know where to find me. Click that link in the description to book a one-on-one call with me, see if you're a good fit for my coaching program. But you can just keep watching my content, absorbing the knowledge and applying it, and you will be on your way, right? But for those of you guys that actually do watch my content, you imply the information, and you guys send me like DMs talking about the results that you're getting, the wins that you're getting, right? The physique wins, the dating life wins. Man, I'd love to see that. So if you've been implementing the information that I share and you've been seeing results like all the other guys have, shoot me a DM on Instagram. The link will also be in the description. Just let me know what you started doing, how it changed your life. I always love to read those types of messages from you guys. And yeah, like it really lets me know that what I'm doing is for the right reasons, right? That I'm literally changing men's lives out here. So I love to get those type of messages from you guys. But if you do want direct help from me, guiding you through the process, working directly with me one-on-one, just click that link to book a call with me in the description. And I'll see you boys in the next one. Stay dangerous.